Yo, people, welcome back to another episode of Benchviews Sport Pod. I'm Tyler.
I'm JayT.
I'm Christopher.
As you can see, I got my boy Los here. Say what going to the people.
Los, your boy Los.
As always, keep like, comment, and subscribe. Boy, today, end of the season review. You know, my team done their thing. Talk about the top four, of course. Talking about the European spots. Arsenal missing out on Europe completely.
Blessing in disguise.
We're going to talk about, obviously, the player that impressed us the most this season, the best young player, the manager as well that impressed us the most. We're also going to touch a little bit on our team of the season. And, yeah, talk about the Euro squad as well. Without further ado, let's get straight to it. Premier League, man. Wrapped up now. Hey, final day was mad, you know, still. I was at my TV, eyes planted. You was with me. Bro, eyes were planted on that TV watching Liverpool. I couldn't even change the channel, fam. Didn't want to. Aye, let me not lie, yeah. Let me get onto you real quick, JayT. Tell me why, yeah. Man was watching flipping the Arsenal game on my Virgin, number 508. Tell me why it's a HD channel, but your game weren't in HD. What does that say? You man weren't important, fam.
I'll be real. No one uses Virgin. It's a Sky Sports thing.
Bro,
so I don't know why you got a Virgin Sky box.
No, bro. Sky Sports is on Virgin, fam.
No. It's a Sky box. I don't have a Virgin box in my household. I don't know about that one.
So what are you saying then, bro? What happened with Arsenal fan missing out on Europe completely, man?
I can't lie. It's a blessing in disguise. We can focus on a rebuild. I don't want no Conference League, man. That's some third-rate European competition. It's a poor excuse of a European competition. You're talking about playing teams that no one's heard of before, that League 2 teams could probably put away. But anyways, missing out on Europe. I don't mind missing out on Europe. I'll be real. We need to focus on a rebuild. I only get to see Arsenal once a week instead of twice. That's another blessing in disguise, because twice a week, it's been killing me. So yeah, I can't lie. I'm happy. I'm happy we're not in Conference League.
For those of you that don't really know about the Europa League, Conference League, whatever the hell they want to call it, yeah, it's practically like a competition for the even lower clubs in Europe to have a chance to win something. Of course, Tottenham have qualified for it, so if they don't win it, then they're shambles. But Loso, obviously you're Arsenal as well.
Oh, Lord.
What are you saying for Arsenal season, man?
Where do I even begin? See that club there? No words, but really and truly, it was I don't even know if I can say this on here, but it was a shambles. It was absolutely shambolic. Like, start of the season, poor. Going into midway, poor. Like, the Europa League to me is just a distraction because it hides away how bad the club is at the moment. Literally, like, we go away onto these Europa League nights, big occasions, traveling away, everything's amped up, everything's gassed up, but then we're forgetting our league form's poor. How can we have a good Europa League form but a shit league form? It don't make no sense. Where's the energy? Like, you've seen the turnaround Liverpool have come and done. Like, City to go and win the league. Like, the urgency is there week in, week out. But these Arsenal players, they just go home, boo off, chill with their booze, come back, boozed up, playing like idiots.
So where do you think that problem stems from then? Them like having no urgency? You reckon it's just like the management?
I feel like it's the management. Harsher calls need to be made. Like, if you're playing poor, don't just be a flower man. Just, because I like you, I'm going to throw you into the squad. Like Hector Bellerin being captain. What's going on there?
Like, JT's loving this right now.
What is going on there?
Music
Like,
to my ears, man.
It's a shambles. It's a shambles. Like, I don't even know what to tell you.
Well, but anyway, we'll get more onto Man United. Arsenal a bit later. But obviously we got Mr. Man United over here. Obviously, I know you're happy and that you got your youngsters on the other day. You finished season on a high. Well, you got another game still to go Wednesday, the cup final. But Professor Clumps just took off his glasses
I had
and
to take off the glasses because unlike him, I cannot relate. You see what I'm saying? Second position. Like, sorry, where did you finish?
That doesn't matter. We're on to United.
We're talking about your team.
How can you be on to us?
review your own season,
Focus
G.
on your team.
You know what I'm saying? So, start of the season, we played terribly. Like, I watched the Crystal Palace game at the start of the season. I almost wanted to cry. Like, I was actually sitting in my nan's living room ready to cry. My nan, I tried to walk out. My nan's telling me to sit there and watch it. I'm throwing a strop. She's telling me, if you don't sit there and watch the game, I'll turn off the telly. I'm just there watching it, trying not to cry. And I feel like after we lost to Tottenham 7-2, like
6-1.
oh,
I saw it was 6-1.
that's how bad it was, bro.
You don't even remember the scoreline. You still got PTSD. It was 6-1, fam.
So
He's missed the 7-2, getting beat 7-2.
because when you're watching it, you're just begging for it to stop.
Damn, man.
It's like a nightmare you keep reliving. And I think after that, we started to pick up more and more and more. And then obviously everybody's seen like the games Man United struggled in, games with teams that play in a low block, games against small teams. We bottled it so many times due to players, not even players, because I don't even think Fred's even a player like that. I think he's just somebody who turns up on a Sunday, comes, collects the check, goes home. He was terrible. I thought that he was bad through the season. I don't even rate him at all. I think he needs to go. I think Rashford
Hold on a second. Didn't you a minute ago you were just saying about where do you finish? Where you finish? But all I'm hearing right now is negativity about your
I'm
season.
sorry,
your players,
but we don't settle for second position. You get me? Unlike these, man. Like no, these.
There's no settling. Like second was confirmed. Like for you, man. There was no chasing first. It was non-existent at any point.
I'm sorry. Wait, did you even break into the top 3 at any point this season?
We are talking about United.
Okay, but did you break into
Facts.
the top 3?
Listen. Focus on your team. Focus.
So listen, you get me. Like our team, like we got second position. Obviously, we're chasing first. We slipped like Gerrard. We did a Steven Gerrard. Unfortunately, slipped and messed it up. But it's a sick way to catch ourselves. Get second position. Go and grab the Europa League. Go back to the Champions League. And what can I say? My team, we handled our business. Unlike you, man, still. You know what I'm saying? Feeling righteous. But yeah.
I'm bored of this guy.
Same.
Anyway, let's get on to our next topic then. The player that's impressed us the most. Loso, because you're fresh on here, I'll let you go first.
Player that's impressed me the most. Not gonna lie. Nicolas Pepe.
So you're not going to touch on that because that's a bit woeful still. That's woeful.
End of the season.
He's had a good end of the season.
run.
Like,
but I need to hear the reasoning behind that still.
If you deep his contribution at crucial moments, he has actually done what he needed to do. People were getting onto him at the beginning, which is fair enough because we wanted, you know what I'm saying, like, boom, big price tag, go crazy, off the blocks. But you know how it goes with the Prem. Everyone that comes, they're like, oh, give him a season. So cool. That's an excuse. But for me, Nicolas Pepe, when he's come, he's tried to do something. Last few results, he's done his thing. Like, as harsh as the punts have been, as harsh as the media's been, like, he's come and he's done his thing. So therefore, for me, that's why I'm screaming. Obviously, he's impressed me the most. Not saying he's done like absolute madness or he's been the best that has, you know what I'm saying, like improved. But for me,
I think he's still got like 16 goals this season or something, innit? So it's just a decent turnaround especially for a winger, innit? But Chris?
I feel like it's between Lingard and Red Mahrez, but I'm going to go with Lingard simply because Lingard last season was terrible. Like, Lingard,
he didn't play, fam, basically, innit, last season.
Like, it was almost like he didn't play. I could have sworn every time he was on the pitch, we were like down to 10 men or something. That's how it felt when he was on the pitch. He's even come out and said like last season, like obviously things going on behind the scenes that are affecting him. He's gone to West Ham and he's absolutely like, he's done his thing at West Ham. Like, we can't lie. Like the goals, the like assists, like even when they lost to Newcastle and honestly Willock scored and that. You could see the way that he was gathering the team. You could see the way like he's trying to like get them going. Like, not many people have that kind of impact when they come into a squad. Not many people have that impact when they come into a squad. Like, that's like Lingard. Like, Lingard really did his thing this season still.
JT?
Player that's impressed me is Rafinha at Leeds. He goes under the radar because he's at a smaller club. Like, every time I see him, he's just brilliant. On the ball, he's very good. He's got a nice left foot. He's a good player to watch. He gives me like the Mahrez type vibe. He's coming from Ligue 1, from Rennes this season, previously at Sporting Lisbon before that, and he's impressed me. Like, straight away, he's hit the ground running. When he's got the ball, you think something's going to happen all the time. He's linked up well with Bamford, and he's formed an effective wide dual partnership with Harrison. Like, you've got Harrison on one side, him on the other. So he's done very well. Like, obviously, everyone's going to be like, oh, who the best player was, etc., etc. But like, him going forwards, he's one to watch out for because he's had a very good season and he's like a flair Brazilian player. And I feel like the Premier League has been missing them type of players.
Yeah, he's
not missing, but like they're not as common as they once were. So he's just been a bright spark.
Yeah, he's definitely impressed this season. But so the season he's had, do you not reckon that big clubs are going to be coming in for him? And do you reckon he's going to leave?
I don't think he'll leave this summer, but if he carries on, I think he could be going for big money next year because he's quite consistent as well. A lot of the problems for a white player are they go out of games, they fade out, they're not a presence, etc. Like he was talking about Nicolas Pepe beforehand. Nicolas Pepe, like there's times where he just disappears for a long moment, but the thing that he's present. He's
active still.
I don't know if it's because of Belsof's tactics and football, getting him on the ball, etc. But he's been very good this season and he's impressed me.
Yeah, I think the player that's probably impressed me the most this season, it's going to hurt me to say it as well. Because I can't lie, I used to think this guy was dead. Not dead, but playing in a good team. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it just made him look a lot better than what he was. But Phil Foden, I ain't going to lie. Watching him this season, what he's been doing, he's been battling up these big teams, PSG and the likes of them sort of teams there. I was like, raw, like, he's actually better than what I thought he was still. Because I know last season he was doing his thing here and there, but I was like, man, like, he's playing alongside Sterling, De Bruyne, Aguero, them sort of playing world-class players, isn't it? It's just, and obviously every other team was dead, didn't it? Like, so when I was playing against them, I was like, nah, man, like, he's not all that, innit? But what he's done this season, boy, I'll be real, he's going to be very, very effective for England in the Euros this summer as well. Moving on to our next bit as well, actually, is like best young player. JayT, actually, let me go first with you still.
Best young player. Well, like you just said, I have to go with Foden for best young player. But if I was to say a young player that's impressed me, then I'll say Wesley Fofana at Leicester. Because for him to come in and have the season he's had, bearing in mind he's come from French football and they had a season where I got cut short. Because last season he only made 4 appearances in Liga last season. So he's come in now and he's got thrown in the deep end unless they had the injury problems at some point because he wasn't originally meant to start. So he's come in now, he's done his thing, been very impressive. He was very good in the FA Cup final. And yeah, he looked like he's been playing in this league his whole career. Like very composed on the ball, always trying to find passes, trying to play it out. Very solid, always in the right place. His positioning is very good. So yeah, he's a player, like a young player that's impressed me. But obviously for my young player of the year, I'll go with Phil Foden because like Tyler was saying, he's just been outstanding this season, particularly in big games. And people often look at the fact that he's got Man City teammates that are world class, but he's been standing out and been playing better than them at times.
Yeah.
And that's what makes you realise, this is a special player because he's playing with the likes of KDB, the likes of Sterling, the likes of Mahrez, and he's standing out. And we're looking at him like, he's man of the match, he was the best player. When he ripped Tyler's Liverpool, we're like, this guy's the best player on the pitch. So yeah, he's my player. He's my young player of the year.
Chris?
This one was a tricky one because I wanted to go Saka this season because I feel like he did well, but I'm gonna go Greenwood. The reason why I say Greenwood because at the start of the season, remember the whole England situation had happened. Ollie wasn't trying to put him in the squad, and even when he got into the squad, he wasn't playing like the Greenwood we all know, and he was just getting so much flat.
Eesh.
Beatties.
I hope the camera caught that, fam.
I hope the camera didn't caught it. It's Beatties.
Get
anyway,
up, man.
anyway, you get me, Greenwood. At the start of the season, he was just like, it wasn't the Greenwood we know. I feel like mentally he was at a different place. Obviously, being young and that, obviously going into lockdown and not being able to be around people that you can get help from, it must have been hard. And through the season, he started to pick up more and more. We even started hearing parts about him taking like a mentorship from the likes of Cavani, like Cavani teaching him certain things. I think his goal and assist against Tottenham was what really stood out for me because he didn't play the full game. He came in, I think, around the 60th minute. And around the 60th minute, when you're young, it's easy to just stand there and just throw stuff around. But he really got stuck into the game. And there's times where he doesn't even look like he's a young player. He looks like he's been doing this for years. So I think Mason Greenwood, 100%. Like I feel like he could be the player of the year.
Close.
Oof. Not gonna lie. I was gonna go with Greenwood. I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I got beef for United, I was gonna give it to Greenwood, but obviously because you've taken that away from man, okay, I'll let you have that. But for me, it has to be Saka. Like against all odds, he stood his ground. Like big man, week in week out, he stood his ground. Like no matter what position you play him in, he stood his ground. And obviously that also can cause some sort of confusion when you're playing, and especially if you're an attacking player, an attacking midfielder, attacking, you know what I'm saying, outlet, like having to drop in so deep, having to connect, not just with your attacking, but also with your defenders. Like he's having to do it all just on one side of the pitch, you get. So for him to have that mindset and that concentration to go into games, not complain, you don't see him coming on no social media talking crazy. Like the fans love him, we love him. Like he's just such a humble kid. So for me, it's got to be Bukayo Saka. Like.
I got a question for you, Arsenal man. Was he injured or something like recently? Has he been injured?
I feel like he's been overplayed.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what we've seen.
I don't know. I don't know if it's because maybe I ain't watching Arsenal or something, but I swear down I ain't seen this guy playing time.
I feel like it's been a while.
He's been playing, but it's like towards the end of the season, he's kind of faded off. But then he's had a heavy load this season. He's been carrying his team on his back at times.
Played for Arsenal, like bare games. Played Euros. Yeah, it was the Euros for the under 23s.
Yeah, that was the group stages.
No, he didn't play in that.
He didn't play in the Euros for them.
No.
Bro.
He was injured in that international break, England.
Well, listen, I got two in it, yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll talk about it still. Let me get mine off and then we'll talk about Mason Mount. But that's a good one though. That's a good one. I'm surprised no one said that, but that's a good one. Mine are two players that I'm not gonna say the best young players in the league or whatever, but just impressed me in it personally. One, I'm surprised JayT didn't say this guy, but Joe Willock the second half of the season. I ain't gonna lie, I didn't think he had it in him the way he's been scoring goals and stuff. He does it for Arsenal in Europa League and whatnot, but in the Premier it's a complete different thing, innit, yeah. And what he's been doing, the goal scoring and that, bruv.
Living, man.
Yeah, like he's doing his thing still.
Remember what I said before, goals OT and he delivered.
But bro, that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't expect him. When I said he's got Newcastle, I was like, he's just gonna come off the bench kind of thing, like just play his games. Energy is an energy player, innit? But he's done these things still, and the goals he's been scoring, he got like 7 and 7 in it. You got in it. His last 7 games, 7 goals.
Alan Shearer's done that for Newcastle.
I heard Alan Shearer was talking about sent his number personally, and that told him, get me on the phone and we can strike a deal for him.
Nah, I want him back at Arsenal, man.
But
like he would be our Ramsey replacement if he came back to Arsenal. Like when I look at Willock and how he's been at Newcastle, and then what Arsenal need, because he scored more goals than our whole midfield combined these past 2 seasons. So he can be like the Ramsey replacement type thing. We brought in Ceballos when Ramsey left, but Ceballos has not been it at all. He's going back to Real Madrid. He ain't ever going to play for Real Madrid. I'll tell you that for free. So yeah, so we're going to be a midfielder light because Ceballos is going back. So Willock can hopefully come in at Arsenal and replace Ramsey and be that direct Ramsey replacement and carry on scoring.
Let me go for my next one there that I was going to say. It's a bit controversial. I don't know, man. Like to a football eye, yeah, I feel like this kid's a good player, innit? But Dwight McNeil from Burnley.
Oh, he needs to get out of Burnley.
I ain't gonna, yeah, like he does not deserve to be there. He's a quality player, yeah, bruv. Every time I watch Burnley, I don't know why, but every week I watch Burnley and somehow I'm watching Burnley because they're playing against someone of importance or something.
You got patience, boy.
Nah, you know, recently been playing against big teams now, so watching them, innit? But you see the way Dwight McNeil, he controls that team. Without him, they won't be of stayed up. They won't be winning games or drawing games or doing nothing because he's their man still. He's their guy. He's their guy, fam. But I don't know if you man think.
No, I feel like he's got a little something about him. Like when you look at like even with the ball at his feet sometimes. Like I remember Man United played Burnley. And you see when Wan-Bissaka, it was 1-on-1. Wan-Bissaka didn't look like he really wanted it because when McNeil was like dropping his shoulder, doing the step overs, I thought he was just going to mess it up. But he's put the ball through Wan-Bissaka's legs. He's about to cross it, drags it back, lets Wan-Bissaka go that way and crosses it. Like
he's crossing.
At that age,
he's crossing.
Shouldn't be able to do that against somebody as defensively aware as Wan-Bissaka.
No, be real. I think he's just saying Dwight McNeil because Dwight McNeil was ripping Trent when Burnley beat Liverpool at Anfield. So I feel like that's why he's saying it.
This guy,
Not letting it go, bro.
Then Dwight McNeil, like the game that impressed me the most was his finishing against Everton. Like that game, he ran right against Everton. Like Everton didn't know what to do, how to contain him, just coming in off that right hand side, drifting in. Like they didn't know how to contain him or how to stop him. So yeah, now he's had an impressive season.
Let's talk about Mason Mount then. Since the producer, the man behind the lens, wants to get on to us about why we're not bringing up Mason.
Absolute bad boy.
First?
Go on, bro. Go on.
I can't lie, yeah. Mason Mount, yeah, I'll be real. He's impressed me. Let's look at expectation going into the season, innit? Like when Chelsea did all that spending in the summer, you'd have looked at their starting 11. If you were to make your own Chelsea team going forward, you would not have put Mason Mount in the starting 11. Like I don't think anyone really would have, because you would have had Kante and Jorginho, Kante and Kovacic as the two, holding. Then you'd have had Havertz, Werner, Ziyech, etc., all ahead of him, and Pulisic all ahead of him. You don't have thought Mason Mount would be playing or starting games. So now he's come in against all the odds at the start of the season, and he's had a massive impact. Before, people were just saying, he's Lampard's son, he's Lampard's favourite, like all that. That's the only reason he's playing. People weren't looking at their ability. I think he was performing before Tuchel came in, because he was doing quite well. And then when Tuchel took him out, like in one of his first few games here, the spark in the Chelsea attack was completely missing. And then ever since he put him back in, like he's been on a roll. He was playing for England, scoring for England. Like when he gets the ball off the half turn, he looks dangerous. He has an eye for goal. Like he's a brilliant player. And for me personally, I think he's got to start in the Euro. I would actually start him in the midfield for the Euros. I would.
I feel like he's been this good though. I feel like he's been this good from when he was at his loan at Derby. Like he was doing absolute bits against teams and like defenders. Like the United game he played where Derby beat United, he was doing his thing.
Yeah, but people looking at that and they were like, that's a championship level sort of thing.
Kind of like
can you do it for Chelsea? And then his first season,
he went and did it.
Yeah, his first season at Chelsea, like when he returned, it weren't as eye-catching performances. He weren't stepping up and being that guy.
I feel like it's like that for a lot of young players.
You know who you can compare that to? Their first season was like Harvey Barnes at Leicester last season.
Oh my god, I used to go to Leicester games, innit, like last season, and this guy, I was
he's
like,
just everywhere, innit?
Yeah, I was like, he's just a straight line runner,
he's
like,
narrow, innit?
But he used to get a few goals here and there, but
he was just like narrow, just the tunnel vision thing, just running, trying to beat players and running off the pitch and that. But this season he put it together still, and I think he's a big reason why Leicester didn't actually make it.
Him getting injured. No, they were lucky with injury. Unlucky with injuries, I meant.
I feel like Mount, again, like even when he was like, even the start of the season, like when I feel like Chelsea kind of lacked a little bit sometimes, whether it was Frank's like tactics or whether it was just the players. But Mount really put himself together. I remember, I think it was against Liverpool. I think he had passed the ball, I think it was to Ziyech, and got the ball back, and he just spun around. And before you knew it, he was almost at the Chelsea, like, he was at the Liverpool box. And like the shot he took, it's like, yo, like you should be able to do this realistically. This like Neymar-esque in terms of shooting from outside the box. I like the way he pieces the play together as well. Like you see that he can do the little 1-2s and he can also ping it. Sometimes some players don't even want to ping it too tough. Yeah. They just want to do the little 1-2s because it's a lot more easier.
Yeah, but it's his performance.
I feel like he stepped up, even like the FA Cup as well.
I think most people started taking him in, like the performances in the Champions League. Like I knew he was a quality player before that, but people would just be like, he's not that good, etc. He's not as eye-catching sometimes to watch. He's skillful, don't get me wrong, but he's not doing like a ball roll or dropping a shoulder like all the time, consistently throughout a game. So people weren't really noticing him because he weren't as eye-catching. But it wasn't until the Champions League where people were like, oh yeah, this is a player.
But you see with Chelsea, that tends to happen with a lot of their players, I'm not going to lie. Because they got so many ball man on the pitch, it's hard for you to be like, mad, like unless you've gone and done a mad thing, like absolutely scored a worldie, like done a Giroud thing, but scorpion kick, all that kind of stuff, then people be like, cool, he's an absolute bad boy. But you see, Mount, when you got ballers like Ziyech, Havertz, Pulisic, freaking Jorginho, Kovacic, like all on the pitch, just all ball like to feet players. It's hard for a player like Mount who loves to spread the ball, go long, go short, jump, saying on like literally as soon as he gets it, boom, he's looking up, boom, he's moving it. That's why people like they didn't really catch on to him like that innit, until you actually see the results. Like Chelsea are winning games like that. Man said they got to a final. Like who would have thought they would get to a final? Do you get?
I wouldn't have thought that.
So
they beat Atletico. I didn't expect them to get past Atletico Madrid. And then when they sort of got past Atletico, I was just like, Now they can make I did predict them to go to the final. I predicted Chelsea West Bayern, I think. But yeah, he's been outstanding. His goals unnoticed. And I therefore would have him starting for England. I can't lie. What he adds to the England midfield is something that I don't see that England have right now.
We'll touch base on that a bit later when we get onto the Euro squad, innit? But obviously, right now, let's go on to the managers. Manager Loso, what managers impressed you the most this season?
I didn't even know where to start. I'm just gonna have to go with Pep. Just get out there, just give him the props he deserves, because he's one where against all odds, there's can you do it? Can you do it? All day, every day, they're asking if he can do it. Week in, week out, he shows that he can do it. Do you know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the season, they were nowhere to be seen. Now, crowned champions yet again. Like, now he's obviously gotten them to a final in the Champions League, which was like his biggest goal for like the past 3-4 years. So for him achieving that, it just says it all. Like, he's not taken the job and he's gone backwards in the job. Do you get it? Most managers, they take the job first year, cool, they get all these accolades, whatever. But then, like Mourinho at United, they're going backwards. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Conte, when he went freaking Chelsea, like won the league, went backwards. You get? So with Pep, it's literally just consistent, moving forward. So we'll see what he does in the Champions League final. But
I agree still what you're saying, because last season, it was like the way they were playing and the way they was getting beat by like certain teams. It was almost as if like his style had been found out, innit? And this season, like the level they're playing at this season, it's like they've just stepped it up, and they've just changed up the way they're playing. They've adapted to that defenses and other teams now, and it's very long to play against them. Like no one can really like Chelsea got their number right now, innit? Because they beat them the last 2 games, innit? Yeah, and they're going to the final with a little confidence to them. But yeah, telling you that. But Man City have been good. But I also go with that Bielsa as well from Leeds. He's impressed me. Obviously, Pep has impressed me, but with Pep, it's almost an expectation, innit? But Bielsa, obviously, that man just coming in, they're newly promoted and whatnot, Leeds. And they finished, what, 9th? They finished 9th, innit? They won, what was it, 3-1 yesterday? Yeah. I think, bro, as you're saying, that Rafinha, that Jack Harrison, that link up with that wings, and then they got the English guy in midfield.
Phillips.
Yeah, Phillips. And then they got, you know what I'm saying? And they got...
sails the ship.
Yeah, he does. And but the team that they're Bamford up front, but the way the team works, you see him, the Bielsa, he doesn't change the way he plays. And obviously, in the first half of the season, it was a problem. But then the second half of the season, they kind of like, they got used to the Prem where they've adapted now. So they know how to play and how to play around certain teams in the Prem to go and win games, innit? Like, they're not playing, bro. They're coming at teams and they're above, innit? Like, it's like, yeah, we're playing our way and that's it. You get me? It's not, we're not changing what we're playing our way and we're going to beat you, innit? And that's the mindset they come in every game. And that's the reason why they finished top half of the table in their first season, innit?
Yeah. I feel like they're going to go strength to strength next season because people are knowing that fans are coming back now, innit? And Ellen Road, that's a difficult place to go away from home. Because their fans, Leeds fans, make a lot of noise. So I think that's a hostile environment. So I feel like they're going to be a difficult team to face next season, Leeds. But if I was to go on managers that have impressed me, I've got like a short list of managers. Obviously, Pep's on there. But most, like, the managers impressed me the most is David Moyes, because what he's done with West Ham is like phenomenal, because he's transformed them from a team that was relegation threatened this time 12 months ago to now being in the Europa League, all in the space of 1 season. Like, he's recruited very well. Like, they hit on Lingard, that loan signing that pushed them towards the top 6, that made them secure the top 6. But the way he set out a team and the way he's played and the signings he's made, it's been very good. Like, West Ham have been not the most eye-catching football, but they've been very good at times on the counter-attack. They've been very difficult to beat. They defend very well. And then he was getting performances out of Souček, who Mourinho said was like his new Fellaini. He was doing very well. Antonio's a striker, like we all know that he's a physical striker to come up against. So David Moyes, like, he's impressed me. The way he's managed that West Ham squad, And I feel like injuries towards the latter end was maybe the reason they didn't get top 4. But nah, he's impressed me. He's had a very good season.
Before you go, Chris, I think it's just because better teams were above them. But anyway,
Yeah.
You know what? Like JT said, like the little shortlist, Moyes was there, Oli was there for just like the reason.
My short list would have been Moyes, Pep, Bielsa, and Rodgers, but Rodgers kind of ruined it for himself.
He ruined it for himself. Because the thing with Oli, and the reason to why I went to Oli was just the fact that like United were getting pumped at the start of the season. People were saying Oli can't do it, Oli's will's falling off, Oli's replaced the will with a book, Oli's not even Oli anymore. And it was really hard for Oli to kind of get it going. But for whatever reason, however reason he did, he just found the consistency, the away from home performances as well. That's something that I don't think I've seen before personally. Like in all my years living, I don't think I've seen a team just go away from home, go down the way they go down, and just keep going forward.
Arsenal did it 2 seasons.
Okay, but the team's irrelevant now. So as I was saying before,
twice. We've done it twice, 2 times.
2 times.
Yeah, we've gone unbeaten away twice in the Premier League era.
That's beautiful. But anyway, I was about to say United. Oli, like it wasn't easy for Oli. I remember Oli doesn't have like the star players like the Cities, and he doesn't have.
What?
Wait.
what?
Slow down.
Like,
Slow down. Slow down.
You don't have the star
players.
I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying
20 mil to charities, not star player.
No.
What are you talking about? At his age, 20 mil to charity, not star player.
Listen,
I don't want to go to me right now.
you're doing well. The Ole's impressed me.
Listen. When I'm saying star player, I mean in terms of like, look at his back line. Do you say any of those players walking to City's like starting 11?
Luke Shaw.
Listen, it's been 1 season. Okay, let's
but
give him a little bit longer.
He does.
Okay, but at the end of the day, all he hasn't had a decent centre back.
I'm not saying he walks into City's back line, but he's an £80 million centre back.
He didn't pick his price
And
tag.
then you got a £50 million right back.
Listen, you are trying to sleep me right now.
I hear what you're saying. Ole's been impressive this season.
In terms of the squad he's had, he hasn't had the depth like a City. He hasn't had the serious back line like
he's impressed this season, but I do feel like where he's gone wrong is his record in the top 6. Like that's the one thing he needs to work on going forward.
At the end of the day, the away from home form is what's got him to 2nd place.
Yeah, I understand that.
And
that's,
the mentality when you go down to keep winning those games, it's not easy.
But his record against the top 6 is the reason why you're not challenging City for the league.
But the thing
that's one thing.
But our title challenge didn't go down because we lost to a team in the top 6. It went down because
we weren't winning. You're not saying you weren't winning. That's why.
We drew to Everton. Listen how funny it is.
It comes down to winning, bro. Wait. So you can't accept that you didn't have a title challenge because you weren't winning against the top 6 teams.
This is so rich coming from an Arsenal supporter.
No, but this is not to do with Arsenal. We're talking about Man United. Why are you dodging the question?
Okay. Listen, next question.
Why did your title challenge fail?
man.
Why did your title challenge fail?
Due to Everton, and we also lost to Sheffield.
So no, but you didn't lose the title by 6 points or whatever, or 4 points or whatever. Your record against the top 6.
Look, at the end of the day, that we've had problems.
Oh no, I agree. He's done a good job.
He's done the best he could. Moving on to my next manager, I think it's Pep. The reason why I say Pep was because City. Remember, this would have been their 2nd season without a title, and obviously we know the kind of players City have. And losing to Leicester as well at the start of the season, it wasn't easy for City. You could see like Pep was getting frustrated. You could see what the media was saying that Pep's leaving. Pep don't even he don't stay past the 3rd season or something. I think it was something like he don't stay past.
Yeah, he's like 3 or 4 seasons.
Like 3 or 4 seasons, and he's gone.
Yeah.
People were saying
Garcia leaving, saying he's leaving
already. People were saying that like Pep isn't gonna last long, but look who's winning the league. Back to business. It's Pep. Pep, in the way I feel like his management of the team, man management as well, I think it gets a lot out of his players. I think the way he speaks to them, and like even little things like talking to Phil Foden, like before sometimes he'll come off the bench, but he'll be holding him. I want you to do this, I want you to do that. And the way he talks, the way he just gets the best out of his players, it's not seen before. I wouldn't say we haven't seen a manager do that, but in the way he's done it, and from coming down all the way back up to win the league, that's impressive. If they got 2nd, it would have been okay. It would have been average. But if they got 3rd, to win the league, coming from, where'd they come from again? They came from about 6th. But let's not act as if they didn't have.
They had games. No, they had games in
serious
hand.
Games
Yeah,
in
they
hand.
had games in
loads
hand.
of games in hand.
Yeah.
They've cancelled games, so they got to where they got to by they got to where they got to obviously through those things.
Yeah, by
but
winning. Yeah.
with the advantages they had. But Pep, in all honesty, like he really did work whatever he could work. Moyes, on the other hand, like David Moyes from Scotland.
That's the worst Scottish accent
Yeah.
I've heard.
Let's not even touch on that.
Let's not even touch on that. Just get to David Moyes, man.
Okay, let's go to David Moyes.
Yeah.
What is the probability a man from Scotland comes to East London and does well? It's very small.
Wait, what?
Let's not even touch on that.
Wait, what?
No. Let me land.
Nah, you ain't landing,
Let
man.
me save myself.
You
here.
Deontay Wilder style, man. Just having bare shots and misses.
Look, David Moyes, yeah, I'm gonna be real. I didn't think he could do that well. Like, I didn't think he could even do that well. I didn't even think this was even in his vocabulary. Like, to get this high.
Bro, he done well with Everton, bro.
He did,
got,
but
he got
he
Everton
never
in
really-
the Champions League once upon a time.
What?
Yeah.
I must have been too young for that.
Therefore.
Anyway, like with Moyes and West Ham, like I didn't really expect this of West Ham this season. I thought that, you know what, I even thought they were going on this season. At the start of the season, from where I thought they were going to pick up from where they left off.
Yeah, no,
in
they
terms
had,
of
they
form.
had a tough run to begin with.
And then I feel like after that Tottenham game when Lanzini scored that screamer,
Oh, yes.
that screamer.
Against
Yeah.
the Pagans, I love it.
Like it was a beautiful goal, and I think from there they just kicked on. I feel like with Moyes, like look at that West Ham squad. Like realistically, who really in that squad is like a standout player? Like a lot of them aren't really.
Cresswell.
What?
He's a standout
what?
player. No, he's a no, it's like he's a good Premier League player. Like look at the amount of assists he's got this season.
Bro, that's
Playing
this
left centre
season.
back.
He
No,
is
but
terrible,
Nah,
man.
I think he's a good player.
Cresswell
bro.
is terrible.
Now, I wouldn't say stand-up player. I think he's a
I
good
ain't gonna
player.
lie to you, yeah.
I think
you say
Cresswell-
you normally say, yeah, some very, very good like things
but
against
I'll be-
you.
I'll be real. I
And that
think
is the
Cresswell-
worst thing, the most
I
horrendous
wouldn't
thing
say
I ever heard you say.
Listen. I'll be honest, yeah. Cresswell is a good player.
You would rather play
I
at
think
left
he's a
back,
good
him or
player.
Masuaku?
But he plays left centre back.
Who?
Cresswell.
Cresswell plays left back, fam.
Yeah, but when they play three at the back, he plays left centre
When
back.
did they ever play free at the back?
They played three at the back a lot.
They played against Newcastle free at the back.
They played three at the back a lot. And then when they lost against Newcastle, I think he was one of the reasons why they lost because he
They
plays.
didn't have that solidity.
Yeah,
at
he
the
plays
back.
from the back.
'Cause of-
Very well.
Bro, Aaron Cresswell is terrible,
he's
man.
solid.
No,
he's
you know what?
solid.
Yeah, I see what
He's-
JT's
he's a
saying,
solid
but he's
player.
not.
Out of their starting
thought-
lineup, he's probably their worst player.
What? Aaron Cresswell,
100%.
their worst player.
100%. And maybe a right back, maybe a right back.
No defender in the
Dawson.
Premier League this season has got more assists than Cresswell.
So what?
He's been
So
very
what?
listen. He's been
Like
very
I
good
said
this season.
earlier, and
feel
I
like
was
he's been
getting
good
slewed
this
for that.
season.
What do assists mean for certain
Okay.
positions? You hear me?
Exactly.
But he's
You're a left
he's a
centre back.
key.
Who cares about
it
his
clearly
assists?
shows he's a key
Okay,
part
but if we go
of
to
their
his
attacking
But
play.
wait. But say what you're saying about his sister, yeah. But remember, he's a set piece taker, and they do score a lot of headers.
Yeah,
and they score a lot of
Yeah,
set pieces.
Okay, good. Okay, he's a key part. He's a key
So
player
that's
for
like
them.
Trent, innit?
For
Trent
you
and
to-
Andy
okay,
Robertson the
for you
same.
to-
Them
for
man
you
get
to
bare
say
assists
he's
like
their
that.
worst player. Is
In their starting 11.
That's terrible.
In their starting
That's a
11.
You know
terrible
what?
take.
Yeah,
He's not
not
the
the
worst
worst-
player.
not the worst player in the starting
He's not the
11.
worst. He's not the worst player.
in the 11.
He's not the worst player in the
I
starting
would
11.
say Ogbonna, to be fair.
Ogbonna?
Ogbona's been...
Chill, man.
I don't
Chill.
really-
That's Juventus alumni and that. Chill.
Cresswell has been
Serious player.
Cresswell has been very good this season for West Ham. You notice the difference when he don't play for West Ham. They look
Aaron
more
Cresswell is
shakier.
terrible, bruv. I've never heard such a thing.
They look more
Anyway, back
shakier,
to
more
David
vulnerable at the
Moyes.
back.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can think
Back
that.
to David Moyes. Yeah. European football's coming back to West Ham. West Ham did the best they could. I mean, with the form they were in, I'm not going to lie, I was slightly envious at one point of the way they were going. Because any more closer and they could have been, I think they were third at one point as well. So West Ham have really been kicking on. And I hope that next season, David Moyes can get the players he needs in and they can kick on and they can use that this season as like a learning experience.
I predict that West Ham are going out in the group stages of the Europa League, and they're going to finish 15th next season. That's a hot take, fam.
Wait,
I don't know. Listen.
Wait.
I don't know what you have against West Ham because there's some good players
Honestly,
at
like-
West Ham.
I like West Ham.
No, you don't like West Ham. No. Listen.
I like West Ham.
West Ham.
Being real,
If I was to
real.
say, to say the key players for West Ham, like being honest, Aaron Cresswell will be on that list.
No,
I'd
man,
have
no,
Aaron- listen,
man,
I'd
no.
have Aaron.
Talking
Listen,
about,
I'd have
bruv.
Aaron Cresswell. I'd have Declan
No,
Rice.
no.
I'd have Antonio.
No. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'll have Lingard.
Yeah.
No.
This like-
Yeah.
And Suchek.
No, you don't
The
have four
fact-
key players.
the fact-
No.
He's part. Listen, he's part of their
That's wild.
squad.
No,
That's crazy.
Listen,
That's
no.
That's
and
crazy.
Lingard in the
That's
same
crazy.
conversation.
That's crazy.
Okay, cool. Let's go through. Yeah.
As the
Wait, hold
defenders,
on.
who do you think
Let's go through West Ham starting 11. Yeah, like their best starting 11. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apart from the goalkeeper, Sufar right back. He's better than Cresswell. The defenders. Yeah. Who did they play more time? Bonner and.
Dawson and Diop.
Oh yeah, Dawson and Diop.
But you have him left centre back.
Dawson's probably been one of their key players this season. He's done very well this season.
He stepped
And
up.
Diop, he's better than Cresswell. They're both better than Cresswell.
But Diop has been very good.
Midfield.
No, Diop has been good this season. But
Midfield.
Cresswell has been very...
Midfield.
He's key to them.
Midfield.
He's key to them.
Midfield.
He's key to them.
Declan Rice.
Yeah.
He's better than Cresswell, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I never said Declan Rice is not better than Cresswell. That's obvious. He's their captain. He's their leader. He's better. But you're saying...
I'm going through the squad.
No, hold on. You're saying Cresswell is their worst player.
He's the worst player in this
He's a key player for them.
He's the worst player in this 11.
It was highlighted in a match against Newcastle, probably the day they bottled their chance of getting top 4, how key Cresswell is for them. Because in the build-up play for West Ham, he is very good on the ball.
Anything, yeah.
Dribbling for West Ham.
Wait, hold on.
What's going on here?
He is very, listen, he's very good.
Bro,
The set pieces,
dribbling, you know.
set pieces,
His heavy
against
touch is what
Newcastle.
got him sent off against Newcastle.
He was absent against Newcastle. How could he get sent off? It was
The
Dawson.
first tackle is an indicator.
It was Dawson
You need
who
to
got-
slow
Bro, it was
down.
Dawson who got
No, that
sent
was
off.
Dawson. That was Dawson.
You see, that's what I mean. You're arguing about Cresswell. You're arguing about Cresswell. I'm talking about his. He was missing. Listen, he was missing that game against Newcastle. It was highlighted because he has stability to the defense. He's good ball playing defender when he plays in that left centre back role. He offers a lot with his set pieces. And he's one of their veteran players. He's 31 years old.
Bro,
he's had probably his best season since his breakthrough season when he came from Ipswich. He's a very good player for West Ham. I don't understand how you could think he's the worst player. How you guys could think
Have you gone for dinner with him?
Bang average. No,
because look at the defended him, yeah. I'm thinking like, raw.
I answer to stupidity. When I said when you say one of their standout players, like everyone's gonna say Declan Rice, he's the one you notice, innit? He's their captain, etc. The one playing for England, he's the one you notice, etc. Lingard had the breakthrough loan spell, but under the radar, I would say Cresswell because he's been a key player for them this season.
Let me just say this, yeah. I hear your point. Your points are valid, innit? Yeah, in terms of the set piece, his set pieces, and
He's more than just a
his set pieces. But
more than just a set piece.
their key players, West Ham's key players this season were Souček, Jesse Lingard, Declan Rice and Antonio. What happened with West Ham, yeah, was that Mikel Antonio got injured. That's the reason why they didn't make top 4.
No, I think it was.
Of course it is, because when he come back, his first game he come back, they won 2-0. He scored both their goals.
He was part of it, but when Cresswell went missing, that game against Newcastle, when he went missing, that was the day in my eyes.
Let me. No. Alan St. Maximan happened that game.
Yeah,
That's true.
Alan St. Maximan happened that game. And your boy from OT, yeah.
Who's the defender? Wait, who is the defender for West Ham?
You think Cresswell's catching Maximan?
Fam, a lot of defenders struggle to hold Maximum, you know.
Listen, you wouldn't have moved.
A lot of defenders struggle to hold Maximum, you know.
Listen. With Cresswell's experience, he wouldn't have moved rash like Dawson or whatever his name did, and get sent off. He wouldn't have. He don't make them type of mistakes.
That's because
he's consistent.
That's because
I'm not saying
that's because Cresswell's a natural left back, innit?
But
he's done
a
central role. That's why he'll be standoffish.
He's been playing left centre back more time than not this season. Kamashi Waku, he's been doing his thing in the left wing back role, particularly in the early stages. He has done very well this season, and case closed, because I feel like he's done very well. You can disagree. We can agree to disagree on this one. But cool. Yeah, let's shout out Aaron Cresswell. Under the radar at West Ham.
Let's touch on our, as a collective, Benchviews team of the season. Yeah, so we went with Ederson in goal, Cancelo at right back, Diaz and Stones in the centre backs, Luke Shaw left back, Kante, De Bruyne and Fernandes in the midfield, Salah, Mahrez and Harry Kane up front, and Pep Guardiola as the coach. Obviously, that's between me, JayT and Chris. Los over here, he didn't have a say in this at the time. So what do you think? Any changes that you would have made and why, innit?
not gonna lie. Looking at that squad, it's a tight one, you know, because all the players there, they've put up serious numbers throughout this whole season. So I can't even fault anyone for, you know what I'm saying, missing out, because Edison, quality goalkeeper. Like, people say he's quiet or he's sitting behind a great defense, whatnot. But more time, like a few seasons ago, Stones was having an absolute howl at the back. So you can't even, you know what I'm saying? It's you can't even call him out for being that keeper. But for me, it's a tight one. It's really a tight one. I would have had Gundogan in the midfield, but it's a tight one between Fernandes and Gundogan for me, to be honest.
Nah, it's not. Shall I tell you why? For the people that don't know, he's half German.
Oh my God.
That's what it is. He's doing that. He's doing that still. He's on the side of his country and that his fellow, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, them man there.
Can I say the changes I would make? You see John Stones from Central Kingston, wherever he said he was from. Don't get me wrong. He's had a very good season. If it weren't for Luke Shaw, he probably get Comeback Player of the Year award. Like if there was to be one. He had a very good season. But I personally would have put Thiago Silva or Fofana over John Stones in that centre-back position. I put either one of them over John Stones in that position.
Don't know about Thiago.
Don't know what Thiago.
Nah. Thiago Silva's, bro. That's probably the best centre-back in the league, fam.
Wait, what?
100%. 100%.
I don't know about that one.
I would have put Thiago or Fofana over John Stones. Like that's the one decision. And Gundogan, the thing is, you can make an argument like why Kante deserves to be there, why Bruno deserves to be there, why KDB deserves to be there. But I feel like Gundogan's very unlucky not to be in that midfield.
I think he's overrated.
And then with the front three, I agree with. I choose that front three. Some people say Heung-min Son, but I wouldn't put him over Mahrez or Salah at all.
Yeah.
So you looked at
Kane was like, Kane.
It's a given, isn't it?
Kane was literally a given. You can't.
You're looking at me funny when I said that about Gundogan. What's up?
This guy wants to draw me out today. Like, what's going on? Like, what's going on today? Like, you're trying to draw man out.
He's overrated still.
No, but look, like, if we're looking at people, if we had to give just little awards for people contributed the most to see win the title, Gundogan's there 100%.
Yeah,
he contributed. I feel like
everyone's
the most.
eyes, but his.
I don't know what he's watching. Maybe he's watching like the WSL or something.
Gundogan is shit, bro. I'm telling you, he's dead. He's dead. He's dead.
What did he do? What?
You see when
and he said no or something.
I don't even.
You see when
look at you right now.
You see when I was talking about Phil Foden saying about he's a young player on a good team. Gundogan is the same thing. He's epitomizes the same thing. He's a decent player on a very good team, bro. He's just out there poaching goals.
Okay.
That is poaching goals.
What you did to Davinson Sanchez, go over your head completely, you're saying.
I don't care what he done. One time.
Listen, let's have it like this.
Yeah, but
let me go first.
Tottenham are shit, bro. Let's be honest.
Listen, when KDB was missing, when he was in the injury room, on the sidelines, injured, who was the one player who stepped up for Man City and took centre stage?
Phil Foden.
Gundogan.
Phil Foden. No. Gundogan was scoring goals, bro. Gundogan was scoring goals. He wasn't having good performances, scoring goals. Phil Foden was the one that took over that team. Phil Foden controlled everything going on. Phil Foden was catching the eyes, bro.
Hold up.
Goals win you games.
There's a reason why you're saying that Phil Foden and Mason.
Listen. Don't get me wrong. Phil Foden's had a brilliant season, young player of the year. But Gundogan was the guy.
Because he scored 10 goals.
He was the guy.
Goals win you games, bro. Like goals.
Man City are scoring goals. It's a given for them.
Listen.
They had no striker at one point. He played that false nine position and posted it.
And Phil Foden was top goal scorer at the time.
Foden was not playing in KDB's position. Gundogan moved into KDB's position.
Gundogan's dead, man.
No, he's not.
I say cool. He's not dead. No. He's overrated.
You called him overrated. You've called him shit. This is blasphemy at this point.
What did he do last season?
We're not talking about
what did he do this season before that?
This is PL Team of the Year for this season.
Okay, cool. But what has done in the past? Nothing. Yeah. So what? He got a nice 10 goals in the league this season.
He's had a very good season.
From poaching, he didn't have a good season.
He's had a very good season.
He didn't.
What did he do against your Liverpool when he played?
When he what he done against my team. As you say,
what did he do? That's another standout performance from him.
As Mr. Arsenal says all the time, Ain't no one talk about my team.
Yeah, no, about my team.
You get me? You know what I'm saying? That's your favorite line, bro.
Okay, I get that's my favorite line. But you're saying he's shit. He's overrated.
He's overrated.
Listen, that's blasphemy.
He's overrated.
That is blasphemy.
He's overrated.
That is
It's not.
No, this
It's not.
season we
It's not.
cannot deny the performances he's had and the influence he had over
Not
the season.
performances. Influence
he's
maybe
been-
because of his goals.
he's
Not
been a
performances.
He's had crucial
part.
moments. No,
Crucial moments, yeah.
Without Gundogan this season,
No,
he don't win the
he needs
league.
to go back and watch all of their games.
100%.
Without him, they don't win the league.
Now I want to say 100%. When that
Bro, I'm telling you.
100%. They will still hold up. They will still win the league. Man City will still win the league. But bro, the impact Gundogan had is the reason why they won it by the margin they've had.
Wait, what? No, listen.
Listen.
Now I'm getting.
No, he's part of the reason they've won it by the margin they have.
Of
He is.
course.
But I wouldn't say they still would have won the league without him.
They would have won the league without him.
But-
They would have won the league without him. 100%.
But you can say that. We can say that. Bruv, they won the league without Aguero. Does that mean Aguero is shit?
No.
Exactly.
But
So that's the same.
Come back last game, still back two goals.
Your point does not. That's irrelevant.
They won the league. They won the league right.
They didn't play Aguero because they didn't want to play Aguero in it. Aguero has done this thing for how many? Last what 9-10 years for them? He's got how many goals to Man City?
And Gundogan did his.
No, Aguero's a given.
Gundogan did his thing
One of
this
the best
season.
strikers in Premier League history is a
Yeah,
given.
Gundogan did his thing this season, and he was a key part of them winning the league.
So is he going to do it again next season? No.
I can't predict the
We
future.
don't even know what's going on next
I
season.
can, cause I done it last week.
okay,
You
but-
remember, right? I didn't say for me, you're scoring. I told you.
Listen,
I can predict the
Gundogan is a
future.
key-
Gundogan scoring 6 goals next season.
Okay, but what if those 6 goals win them the league
Liverpool
again?
could have
No,
Gundogan,
they're not
they
winning
would.
the game.
If Liverpool could have Gundogan, they would. They would take
He
him.
won't
They're
fit
signing
in.
Christian.
No, he won't fit into midfield.
He won't fit in, but did he not have a lot
midfield.
of success under Klopp when he was at Dortmund?
I don't care. He won't
What
fit
do you
in.
mean
He won't fit into
You know what I
midfield.
mean?
He won't fit into midfield.
Listen, so far this guy's on 2 strikes. You don't rate Gundogan's thing. You don't rate Cresswell's thing.
No. Cresswell's thing was wild. That was wild. I won't give you that one. That was wild.
That's
No,
mad.
Cresswell's had a good season.
That's
for West
mad.
Ham. He's had a good
But
season.
bruv, listen, Gundogan is not replacing Bruno Fernandes in that midfield. And you know what? I ain't gonna lie to you, yeah. The producer can tell you, Lowe's can tell you, I hate what's his name?
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes. I hate him. I hate him passionately. I think he dives bears. I think he's dead in it, yeah, slightly. Yeah, like he just bare goals and that bare
KDB
stats
was
as well.
missing and Gundogan was doing what he was doing. People are making the arguments, maybe Man City played better with more freedom without KDB because Gundogan was stepping up with the performance he was stepping up with. At one point, did he not get a player of the month this season? And you want to tell me?
Yeah, because he scored goals,
I don't
bruv.
Listen, I don't care.
He scored goals. Mo
Impact.
Salah can score bare goals in the
He had a
month.
massive- he was a vital part of Man City.
Wait. Mo Salah can score 6 goals in the month. Yeah, get a player of the month, but he's more than likely play dead in every game.
Okay, but okay, cool, fair enough. But
Goals-
Gundogan,
goals win you
yes,
awards,
yes,
man,
I know,
so-
but Gundogan, with the way Man City were playing at one point, with Cancelo pushing on inside midfield, and Gundogan spearing up at one point, like leading the line at one point, he was getting goals. He was effective. He was doing his thing, game after game after game after game.
If he didn't score
With
the
Man
goal,
City, listen, Man City, they've not had a striker this season playing full time. They've not had a striker this season playing full time. So you need goals from your midfield.
Let's put it like
and
this,
he's
yeah.
been a key part of the goals from the midfield.
Let's put it like this.
Listen.
Last season, they didn't win the league, yeah? He didn't score goals where he scored goals this season. No one spoke about him. The season before that, they won the league. He didn't score goals like the way he did this
been
season.
injured.
Wait. He didn't score goals.
Has he had a clean run?
He didn't score goals the way he did in the season they won the league 2 seasons ago, yeah? And no one spoke about him. He wasn't talk of the title winner.
This season, he had a standout season because he mainly hasn't been injured. He's been injury free this season.
I don't rate him, man. I don't rate him, and that's why he don't make my team of the year. And
he
as a collective, he didn't make ours, innit? But
as a collective, but listen, I think he should be in there. I think he's more than earned the right to be in there.
But anyway, the last topic we're gonna get into, of course, is like the Euros. Just another quick go around that because last time we spoke about it briefly. Just about who should go to the Euros. Lois, obviously, as you're new on here, I'll let you go first because obviously us lot had our view about it already in it a couple of weeks ago. So, who do you think should go? Like, obviously, apart from the players that are given, like the Harry Kanes, and you get me, like Rashford is a given in it, golden boy. You know what I'm saying? That the players that are on the fringes of going and not going. You know what I'm saying?
Again, so much talent in the squad. But for me, it's got to be a case of like bringing in the players like What's his name? Come on, the other day scored in his debut in the Euros. What's his name? Striker.
Watkins.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Ollie Watkins.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna be a bright addition to play in the Euros, because I feel like with England they have this thing where they get trapped in trying to fit all the stars onto a squad, and they forget like it's not just about having just packing the squad with stars. Do you get what I mean? Like they got hungry players like Ollie Watkins that gets goals. Do you get what I mean? And I feel like players like him, also, who else? Let me go to Chris, because my head's frazzled right now when it comes to England, because there's so many players that you think that they're starting, but then again, you know what I'm saying? Like players like Mason Mount, like 1 week he's gonna be in, next minute he's not gonna be in. So it's a hard one for England squad, not gonna lie.
I think like Lo said, like it's hard. Like with England, like there's been so many golden generations and golden squads, and I feel like this year the new approach should just be whoever did well this season goes through. Forget who's given or golden.
Facts.
Forget like even like Kane. No, Kane's a given. Like he's a must. But people like Rashford, we maybe do need to sit down and have that conversation of, does Rashford get into the squad this season? Don't get me wrong, he hasn't had a terrible season.
He gets in.
But
I think you mean more the starting lineup.
The starting lineup, that's what I'm trying to say. Like players like Dean Henderson definitely make goalkeeper straight away.
All right.
Can I send my squad?
Wait, what? Sorry. Wait. Sorry. Actually, go on. Then go on.
I got the whole
quickly.
squad in front of me. Alright, cool. Let me read it out. This is my 26 year. If Southgate goes with this 26 year, we're gonna win the Euros.
Go on.
Or at least have a chance of winning the Euros.
Let him go.
So my goalkeepers. I got Pope, Pickford, because let's be real, I don't think he should be number one, but given his experience and given how much faith Southgate has shown in him, he's going to be going to the Euros. So we need to accept that. So Pope, Pickford and Henderson, those are your three goalkeepers. So the next position, right back. This is your talking point. But now we've got 26 instead of 23. I'm taking Trent, Walker and Reece James. I'm taking all three of them. I feel like Walker, he offers another centre-back option, and England don't have the maddest centre-back selection after Maguire and Stones. So yeah, I'm going with them three. So that's Trent, Walker and Reece James. Then my centre-backs. See, my centre-backs originally, I'll get to it, I had Maguire, Stones, Michael Keane and Tyrone Mings. But I'm deep in it. I feel like it should be Stones, Maguire, Tyrone Mings, and then Tomori, because Tomori's had a very good loan spell at AC Milan. Like after deep in it, it's not gonna get noticed because he's in Syria, and I feel like Premier League bias is there. But I feel like he should be in. So the two left backs, then they pick themselves, Shaw and Chilwell. I don't think anyone's gonna argue with that.
Yeah, midfield.
And then in the midfield, I've got Henderson if he's fit. If Henderson isn't fit, I'm gonna put Calvin Phillips in there. Then I got Bellingham. Wait, I've got the list here, so I need to refer. I got Henderson. If he's not fit, Calvin Phillips. Then I got Bellingham, Foden, Lingard, Declan Rice, Grealish, and Mount. So that's my midfield for England. Then my attack, I got Kane, Rashford, Saka, Greenwood, Sterling, Sancho, Calvert-Lewin.
Alright, cool. Let's wrap this up then. Yeah.
That's what I got. If we go with that squad, we're gonna make it far in the Euros.
To wrap things up, then let's go down just the starting 11, innit? So you just starting 11. Don't explain it all. I think with the time, but
starting 11. Okay, personally, I'll go with Pope in goal. For my first game against Croatia, I can't lie, it's the big nation, so Kyle Walker experience. Then Stones and Maguire, two centre backs. Shaw as the left back. And in midfield, I got Henderson, and then I've got Mount on the other side, and I got a bit of Rice because Croatia have a quite fierce midfield, quite aggressive midfield. So I feel like you need Henderson and Rice for this one. Henderson, Rice and Mount. Then the front three, Kane through the middle. He picks himself. And then I can't lie, I think I've got to go with Grealish on the right. And then, Grealish on the left. And then, oh my gosh. This is
Rashford on
that
the
right wing
right,
position.
Greenwood,
That right wing
Sancho,
position is up for grabs
Sterling.
with Sancho, Sterling, Rashford. Like, honestly.
Chris,
I don't know who
quick-
to give
just
to at
quick,
this point.
Quick one, Chris.
Dean
go on.
Henderson in goal. Then we're going Trippier. I wish Wan-Bissaka was going, but it's probably going to be Trent just for the fact. Obviously,
He's
Trent.
just starting 11. Starting 11.
So Dean, Trent, centre backs going John Stones and Harry Maguire. Luke Shaw at left back. Centre midfield we're going Declan and Henderson, or Declan and Bellingham. Up front we're probably gonna go for a quick Kane, Sancho and Kane, Sancho and Rashford. And doing the whole cam thing, we're probably gonna go Mount.
For me, it would be Henderson, Maguire, Stones, Walker, Trent, and then in the midfield we got Henderson, Declan, and then Grealish, and then on the left I'm gonna have Foden. On the right I'm gonna go with Sancho, and then up top I'm gonna go with Harry Kane.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Dean Henderson in goal. I'm playing 3-5-2 though. I've got 3 centre backs. I'm going Kyle Walker on the right side of it. John Stones through the middle. Harry Maguire on the left. Then Ben Chilwell left wing back. Trent a right wing back. Declan Rice and Jordan Henderson in the middle. Mason Mount in front of them. And then Rashford and Harry Kane still. But that's all we got time for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Like, comment, subscribe. I've been Tyler.
I'm JayT.
Christopher.
Chiboy Los.
Peace out.